A key coalition partner in Benjamin Netanyahu's government says it's quitting, leaving him in a minority in parliament. The Shas party and its 11 members is now out of the coalition over the issue of military conscription for Orthodox Jews. This comes some 24 hours after 6 members of the United Torah Judaism party handed in their resignations over the same issue. Let's bring in again Noga Tarnopolsky, our correspondent in Jerusalem, for more on this one. So this is, again, another difficult situation for Benjamin Netanyahu, losing his majority now.
Losing it quite badly, in fact, Mark. He is down to a minority government of 49 members of the Israeli parliament, the Knesset, out of 120. So definitely a minority government, and there are rules that govern, parliamentary rules that govern what a minority government can and cannot do. But the truth is that Shas, this ultra-Orthodox party that announced its resignation today, is really trying to have its cake and eat it too, because they did announce they were resigning from the coalition. At the same time, they announced not only that they're not joining the opposition, but that they will not support any move to disperse parliament or to topple the government. They won't vote for any non-confidence motion. So what, in fact, they have done is loosen their ties a little bit to Prime Minister Netanyahu so that they will have greater leverage of him. And assuming he makes it intact, the government makes it intact for the next 2 weeks until the summer recess of Parliament, following which during 3 months there can be no legislative process and no efforts to topple the government, they hope to use those 3 months to exert extraordinary pressure on him. Remember, mid-war, to legislate something that is illegal, to legislate an exemption from the universal draft for their population. Netanyahu promised them this before taking power, and he's now really between a rock and a hard place because it's unlikely the law will allow him to do it. And this brings us back to Netanyahu's principal efforts in the last 2 weeks, which have been to try and fire the Attorney General with the support of these ultra-Orthodox parties and try really to take over the judiciary, in part so that they can get this law passed, keep the ultra-Orthodox parties on side in the future and continue in power.
It is a tangled web. Noga, thank you for trying to unravel it for us. Noga Tarnopolsky, our correspondent there in Jerusalem. Always a pleasure, Noga. Thank you.